Welcome to CyberXplain channel. Today we are going to discuss Welcome to AI Security, the future of cyber defense. Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friendly IAM mentor, and I'm super excited to kick off this brand new series, AI Security. We are about to embark on a fascinating journey into one of the most talked about and rapidly evolving fields in technology today. It's a game changer, not just for the world at large, but especially for how we think about protecting our digital lives. Ever wondered how AI might defend us from the bad guys, or even how the bad guys might use AI against us? That's exactly what we are going to explore together. Think of this as our casual coffee chat about the future of cybersecurity, where we demystify everything. No tech jargon, just plain talk, and real-world examples to get you started. So, let's start with the absolute basics. What exactly is artificial intelligence, or AI as everyone calls it? At its core, AI is simply a computer system designed to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Think about things like understanding language, recognizing faces, making decisions, or even solving complex problems. Instead of us explicitly programming every single step, we are giving the computer the ability to learn and adapt. It's about building machines that can think or reason in a way that feels intelligent. We are teaching computers to be smart, so they can help us tackle challenges we can't handle alone. Now, you might be thinking, is AI going to replace human brains? And that's a fair question. But let's clarify, AI isn't really trying to perfectly replicate how a human brain works. Instead, it's about emulating certain aspects of intelligence in a way that's useful for computers. Our brains are incredibly complex, full of emotions, intuition, and common sense that AI doesn't have. AI excels at crunching massive amounts of data, finding patterns, and performing repetitive tasks with incredible speed and accuracy, things we humans might find tedious or impossible to do on a large scale. Think of it less as a competition and more as a powerful tool to extend our own abilities, especially in security. Alright, so if AI is the big umbrella, then machine learning, or ML, is a huge part of what makes AI work today. Imagine trying to teach a child to identify a cat. You wouldn't list every single feature: it has 2 ears, 4 legs, whiskers, fur, and meows. You'd show them pictures, point to cats, and say that's a cat. Over time, they'd learn to recognize cats on their own. Machine learning is kind of like that. We feed an ML system tons of data, pictures of cats, in our analogy, and it learns to identify patterns and make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed for every single scenario. It learns from experience, just like we do. This learning from data is foundational to almost all modern AI. Let's dig a bit deeper into how machine learning actually learns. One of the most common types is called supervised learning. Think of it like having a teacher or a supervisor guiding the learning process. You provide the ML model with data that's already labeled, meaning, for every piece of input, you tell it what the correct output should be. For example, you give it emails and label them spam or not spam. The model then learns the relationship between the email content and its label. Once it's trained, it can then look at a new unlabeled email and predict if it's spam. This method is incredibly powerful for tasks where we have lots of historical, labeled data, which is often the case in cybersecurity. Now, what if you don't have a teacher or labeled data? That's where unsupervised learning comes in. Instead of being told what the right answers are, the algorithm is left to its own devices to find hidden patterns or structures within completely unlabeled data. Imagine a giant pile of Legos, all mixed up. Unsupervised learning would be like asking a robot to sort them into groups based on color, size, or shape, without ever telling it what red or square means. It just figures out natural groupings. In security, this is fantastic for things like anomaly detection. We might not know what a bad network connection looks like yet, but we can train a model to understand normal and then flag anything that deviates significantly. It's about discovering the unknown. Okay, let's talk about deep learning. This is a very specific, powerful type of machine learning that's inspired by the structure and function of the human brain using something called neural networks. Think of these networks as having many layers, like an onion, where each layer processes information and passes it on to the next. The deep learning just refers to having many of these hidden layers. This allows deep learning models to learn incredibly complex patterns and representations from huge amounts of data, often without much human intervention. It's what powers things like facial recognition, natural language processing, and self-driving cars. In cybersecurity, it's revolutionizing how we detect sophisticated threats that traditional methods might miss. It's truly a powerhouse for understanding complex, raw data. So, with that foundation, let's talk about why AI is such a big deal for us in cybersecurity. For years, cybersecurity has been a bit like a game of whack-a-mole. New threats pop up. We create a signature or a rule to block them, and then another new threat appears. It's reactive and exhausting. But with AI, we are gaining a new superpower. It allows us to process vast amounts of security data, logs, network traffic, user behavior at speeds and scales no human team ever could. It's moving us from purely reactive defense to proactive, predictive security. AI isn't here to replace our amazing security professionals, but to empower them, making them faster, smarter, and more capable against an ever-growing wave of attacks. It's about augmenting human intelligence, not replacing it. One of the most immediate and impactful uses of AI in cybersecurity is in threat detection. Imagine trying to find a needle in a million haystacks. That's often what security analysts face daily. Traditional methods rely on known signatures, like a specific virus fingerprint. But what about brand new threats or 0 days that have never been seen before? This is where AI shines. It can analyze patterns and behaviors across networks, endpoints, and user activity, looking for subtle indicators that don't match the norm. Instead of just checking for known bad stuff, AI helps us identify suspicious stuff, even if we've never encountered it before. This capability is absolutely crucial for staying ahead of sophisticated attackers. Let's dive deeper into anomaly detection, which is a cornerstone of AI-powered security. Think about your daily routine. You usually log in from your office at 9 a.m., use specific applications, and access certain files. An anomaly is anything that significantly deviates from this normal pattern. If suddenly you try to log in from a different country at 3 a.m. or try to access sensitive customer data you never touch, that's an anomaly. AI systems, particularly those using unsupervised learning, are brilliant at building profiles of normal behavior for users, devices, and networks. They continuously monitor activity, flagging anything that looks like an outlier, oops, that's weird moment. These flags don't automatically mean an attack, but they tell security teams exactly where to focus their investigations, much faster than a human could. Let's imagine a real-world scenario. A well-known tech company is targeted by a sophisticated adversary. This attacker uses a brand new piece of malware, a 0-day that security vendors haven't even had time to create signatures for yet. It slips past traditional antivirus. However, their AI-driven endpoint detection and response (EDR) system is constantly monitoring. It notices that this new, unknown process is attempting to communicate with an unusual external IP address, trying to escalate privileges in a way no legitimate software on that machine ever has. It's not a known threat, but the behavior is highly anomalous. The AI system flags this immediately, isolates the affected machine, and alerts the Security Operations Center (SOC) team. Without the AI, this 0-day could have spread undetected for days or weeks, causing massive damage. So, how did the AI in that last scenario actually do it? It's all about behavioral profiling. Instead of just looking for exact matches to known bad files, AI builds a comprehensive picture of what normal looks like across your entire environment. For every user, every device, every application, it understands typical login times, usual locations, accessed files, network connections, and even the sequences of actions taken. It's like building a digital fingerprint for everything. When the zero-day malware executed, its actions, trying to connect to a weird IP, modifying system files in an unusual way, immediately stood out as deviations from the established normal profiles. The AI didn't know it was malware, but it knew it wasn't normal, and that's enough to trigger an alert. This proactive understanding of normal is key. Beyond just detecting anomalies, AI is a game changer for malware analysis. When a suspicious file is found, traditional methods might involve sandboxing it and manually reverse engineering its code, which can take hours or even days. AI can significantly speed this up. It can analyze millions of file characteristics, the code structure, file headers, API calls it makes, its behavior in a sandbox, and quickly classify it. Is it ransomware? A banking Trojan? A new variant of an old threat? Deep learning models are particularly good at identifying subtle patterns in malicious code that humans might miss, even when the malware tries to disguise itself. This allows security teams to understand the threat faster and develop specific countermeasures much more efficiently. It's like having a super fast, super smart digital forensics expert on your team. Phishing and business email compromise, BEC, attacks are still incredibly effective, costing organizations billions. They often rely on sophisticated social engineering and mimic legitimate emails. This is another area where AI is making a huge difference. AI-powered email security systems go way beyond simple keyword matching. They analyze the sender's reputation, email headers, linguistic patterns, tone, urgency, embedded links, and even compare the email against historical communication patterns within the organization. Is this email from the CEO truly from the CEO? Does the language match their usual style? AI can spot these subtle discrepancies, flag highly sophisticated phishing attempts, and even detect deepfake audio or video used in more advanced BEC scams. It's about discerning authenticity at scale. Building on anomaly detection, we have user and entity behavioral analytics, or UEBA. This is where AI takes behavioral profiling to an advanced level across all entities, not just people, but also devices, applications, and even specific data stores. UEBA systems establish baseline behaviors for everything in your environment. For example, if a specific server usually only communicates with other internal servers, a sudden connection attempt to an external cloud storage provider would be flagged. If an administrator account suddenly logs in from a never-before-seen IP and tries to download gigabytes of data, UEBA would scream alert. It's about understanding the complex interplay of behaviors, providing context to individual alerts, and connecting the dots to identify multistage attacks that might otherwise fly under the radar. It's truly a holistic approach to spotting insider threats and compromised accounts. Beyond just detection, AI is a massive force multiplier for automating security tasks. Security teams are constantly overwhelmed with alerts, manual investigations, and repetitive tasks. AI can step in and handle a lot of this heavy lifting. Imagine hundreds of alerts coming in every hour. Instead of a human having to triage each one, AI can prioritize, enrich, and even kick off initial containment actions automatically. This frees up human analysts to focus on the truly complex, strategic threats that require their unique problem-solving skills. It's about working smarter, not harder, and making sure our valuable human experts aren't bogged down by mundane tasks. AI makes security operations faster, more consistent, and more scalable. When a security incident occurs, Speed is absolutely critical. Every minute an attacker is in your network, the potential damage grows. AI can power automated incident response. Once an alert is confirmed by an AI system or a human, the system can automatically take predefined actions. For example, if a malicious IP is detected, AI can automatically update firewall rules to block it across your entire infrastructure, whether it's on-premises or in the cloud, like in AWS security groups or Azure network security groups. If a user's account is compromised, AI can disable it and force a password reset. These automated actions reduce the dwell time of attackers and prevent incidents from escalating into major breaches. It's like having a lightning-fast digital SWAT team on standby, ready to jump into action instantly. Managing vulnerabilities across a large organization is a nightmare. You get thousands of scan results, but which ones should you fix first? Not all vulnerabilities are created equal. AI can help here by bringing intelligence to vulnerability management. It can analyze vulnerability scan data, correlate it with threat intelligence feeds, assess the business criticality of the affected asset, and even consider attacker exploitability trends. This allows AI to prioritize vulnerabilities, telling your teams exactly which patches or configurations will reduce the most risk with the least effort. Instead of blindly patching everything, AI ensures you are addressing the most dangerous vulnerabilities first. It's about being strategic with your security resources, making sure every effort counts. This saves countless hours and makes your defenses stronger. All this talk about AI detection and automation often comes together in something called a Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response, or SOAR, platform. Think of SOAR as the central command center that brings all your different security tools and AI systems together. It orchestrates workflows, automates tasks based on playbooks, and integrates with everything from your firewall to your identity provider, like Entra ID or Okta. When an AI system detects something suspicious, SOAR can automatically pull in more data from other systems, apply AI-driven analysis, decide on the best course of action based on predefined rules or further AI insights, and then execute it. It's the brain that coordinates all the different automated responses, making your security posture incredibly agile and responsive. It truly streamlines operations. So far, we've talked about how AI is a fantastic tool for defense. But here's the uncomfortable truth: attackers are also incredibly smart, and they're already harnessing the power of AI to make their attacks more sophisticated, efficient, and evasive. This is what we call the AI arms race in cybersecurity. Just as AI can learn to detect patterns of attack, it can also learn to create new attack patterns. If we only focus on using AI for defense, we're missing half the picture. We absolutely need to understand how adversaries are using these same powerful technologies against us, so we can build better, more resilient defenses. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game, and AI is simply raising the stakes for both sides. One of the first phases of any attack is reconnaissance, gathering information about the target. Traditionally, this is a manual, time-consuming process. But guess what? Attackers are using AI to automate and supercharge this phase. AI can rapidly scan vast amounts of public information, open-source intelligence, OSINT, and even network ports to identify vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and potential attack vectors. It can automatically map out an organization's digital footprint, find employee information on social media, or pinpoint outdated software versions. This allows attackers to quickly identify the easiest path into a target, tailoring their attacks with incredible precision. It's like having an army of highly efficient digital spies working for the bad guys, all powered by AI. We just talked about AI defending against phishing, but attackers are using it to make phishing far more dangerous. Imagine a phishing email that's not just grammatically perfect, but also uses language and references specific to *U*, pulled from your social media or publicly available information. That's hyper-personalized phishing. Then, consider deepfakes, AI-generated audio or video that convincingly mimics a CEO's voice asking for an urgent wire transfer, or a colleague's face in a video call asking for credentials. These AI-powered scams are incredibly hard for humans to detect, bypassing traditional filters and exploiting our trust. The financial impact of such business email compromise, BC, attacks, amplified by AI, is staggering. This isn't science fiction, it's already happening. Traditional antivirus systems often rely on signatures, unique patterns of code that identify known malware. But what if malware could constantly change its appearance, like a chameleon, while still performing the same malicious function? That's polymorphic malware, and AI is making it incredibly easy for attackers to generate. AI can create millions of unique variants of a piece of malware, each with slightly different code, making it nearly impossible for signature-based detection to keep up. It's like trying to catch a moving target that changes its disguise every few seconds. This puts immense pressure on our defense systems to rely less on static signatures and more on behavioral analysis, which, ironically, also often uses AI. It's a continuous arms race. Remember how we talked about 0 days? Attackers can use AI to *find** and *create* them much faster. Automated exploit generation, AEG, systems, powered by AI, can tirelessly probe software for vulnerabilities, identify potential flaws, and then even write the exploit code to take advantage of them. This process, which used to require highly skilled human hackers weeks or months, can now be significantly accelerated by AI. Imagine an AI systematically testing every possible input to an application, finding a buffer overflow, and then automatically crafting the malicious payload. This means the window of opportunity for defenders to patch vulnerabilities before they are exploited shrinks dramatically. It's a scary prospect, highlighting the need for equally powerful defensive AI. This is where things get really interesting and a bit concerning. Adversarial AI refers to techniques attackers use to intentionally trick or manipulate AI models. Remember how our defensive AI identifies threats by finding patterns? Attackers can craft malicious inputs that look completely normal to a human, but are specifically designed to confuse or bypass a defensive AI model. For example, a tiny, imperceptible change to an image can make a facial recognition AI misidentify a person. In security, this could mean an attacker making small, subtle changes to malware that allow it to slip past an AI-powered detection system while still being fully functional. It's a sophisticated game of cat and mouse, where one AI tries to fool another. Understanding these attacks is crucial for building robust AI defenses. Beyond just single sophisticated attacks, AI can be weaponized to amplify the scale of social engineering and disinformation campaigns. Imagine a network of millions of AI-powered bots, capable of generating convincing text, images, and even short videos, all coordinated to spread misinformation, influence public opinion, or conduct massive credential harvesting campaigns. These bot swarms can adapt their messaging in real time, learning what resonates with different targets. They can overwhelm human fact-checkers and security analysts with sheer volume and dynamic content. This isn't just about phishing one person, it's about potentially influencing or compromising entire populations or organizations on an unprecedented scale. The ethical implications alone are enormous, let alone the security challenges. Let's put some of these AI-powered attack techniques together into a hypothetical but very realistic pattern. An attacker uses AI for initial reconnaissance to find weak points in a company's network, identifying unpatched systems or exposed RDP ports. Then, AI-generated spear phishing emails, tailored to specific employees, are sent to gain initial access. Once inside, AI-powered tools perform automated lateral movement, quickly mapping the network, finding valuable data, and escalating privileges without triggering traditional alerts. Finally, AI helps generate polymorphic ransomware variants to encrypt data, evading endpoint protection. The entire process, from initial access to data encryption, is orchestrated and accelerated by AI, making the attack much faster, more precise, and harder to detect and stop. This integrated approach is the future of advanced threats. Okay, so we've seen the good and the bad of AI in security. Now, let's talk about the urgency. AI isn't some far-off technology anymore, it's deeply integrated into almost every aspect of our digital lives, from the apps on your phone to critical infrastructure. If AI systems themselves are vulnerable, or if they are used for malicious purposes, the potential for widespread, catastrophic impact is enormous. Think about the integrity of financial systems, healthcare data, or even national defense. Securing AI isn't just a niche topic for researchers, it's a foundational requirement for modern cybersecurity. We can't afford to ignore it. The sheer scale and speed at which AI operates means that a security lapse can have exponentially larger consequences than ever before. When we talk about AI security, it's not just about using AI to secure other systems, or even just securing the data that AI uses. It's fundamentally about securing the AI system itself. This means protecting the entire lifecycle, from the data used to train the model, to the algorithms and code that make up the model, to the infrastructure where the AI runs, whether it's on-premises servers or cloud services like AWS SageMaker or GCP AI platform. If any part of this chain is compromised, say, an attacker poisons the training data or steals the intellectual property of the model, the AI system can become unreliable, biased, or even actively malicious. This new focus on the integrity and trustworthiness of AI systems is paramount. Let's zoom in on a specific AI security threat: data poisoning. Imagine you are training a spam detection AI. If an attacker manages to inject a bunch of carefully crafted, malicious emails labeled as legitimate into your training dataset, your AI will learn to wrongly classify those types of spam as safe. This is data poisoning. The attacker doesn't need to break into your live system, they corrupt the very brain of your AI during its learning phase. Once the AI is deployed, it will then start making bad decisions, allowing real attacks to slip through or even flagging legitimate traffic as malicious. Ensuring the integrity and trustworthiness of your training data sources is absolutely critical, as a poisoned model can be incredibly difficult to fix once deployed. Beyond data poisoning, attackers might focus on the AI model itself once it's deployed. We already touched on model evasion, a type of adversarial AI, where an attacker crafts an input to intentionally trick the model into making a wrong prediction. But there's also model theft or model extraction. Here, an attacker tries to steal the intellectual property of your AI model. By repeatedly querying your deployed model and observing its outputs, they can potentially reverse engineer or clone a similar model. Why do this? To understand its weaknesses, develop evasion techniques, or even to replicate your proprietary AI for their own malicious purposes. Protecting your deployed AI models from both evasion and theft requires specific defensive strategies, including rate limiting and output obfuscation. When we talk about securing traditional systems, we think about networks, endpoints, applications, and identities. But AI introduces a whole new attack surface, a new set of entry points and vulnerabilities that attackers can target. This includes the data pipelines that feed the AI, the machine learning models themselves, the APIs that expose AI capabilities, and even the unique hardware, like GPUs, used for AI acceleration. Each of these components can have its own vulnerabilities, from insecure API endpoints allowing unauthorized model access to unpatched libraries in the training environment. We need to expand our cybersecurity mindset to encompass this unique AI attack surface, identifying and protecting every single new vector. It's a significant shift in how we approach enterprise security. All of this means we need to adopt a new mindset for cybersecurity. It's no longer just about firewalls and antivirus. We need to think about data integrity throughout the AI lifecycle, understand the nuances of model behavior, and anticipate how both legitimate and malicious actors might interact with our AI systems. This requires collaboration between cybersecurity teams, data scientists, and developers. Security needs to be baked into the design of AI systems from the very beginning, not bolted on as an afterthought. It's about being proactive, understanding the unique risks of AI, and building resilient systems that can withstand the attacks of tomorrow. This shift is crucial for anyone involved in protecting digital assets. Alright, we've covered a lot today, from the absolute basics of AI and ML to how it's revolutionizing both defense and offense in cybersecurity. This was just our first step. Over the next few episodes, we are going to dive much deeper into each of these areas. We'll explore practical ways to secure your AI systems, look at specific tools and techniques, and walk through real-world examples in detail. We'll talk about responsible AI, ethical considerations, and how to build a robust AI security program in your organization. This is a journey, and I'm thrilled you are joining me. Get ready for more plain language explanations, practical insights, and engaging discussions. So, what can you expect in our first module or next few episodes? We'll really solidify our understanding of the foundational concepts. We'll break down different types of machine learning algorithms in more detail, always with an eye on how they're relevant to security. We'll explore the anatomy of an AI system, from data collection and pre-processing to model training, deployment, and monitoring. We'll also cover key terminology you'll hear in the industry, making sure you feel confident and comfortable with the language of AI. It's all about building that strong base so you can understand the more advanced topics and practical applications later on. Think of it as our essential toolkit for understanding AI security. Once we have the foundations down, we'll shift gears into Module 2, Practical Defenses and Tools. This is where we get hands-on. We'll look at specific strategies to defend against those AI-powered attacks we discussed earlier. We'll explore how to secure your AI data pipelines, implement robust access controls for models, and detect adversarial attacks. We'll even dive into some of the tools and platforms, perhaps showing you snippets of how to configure security features in cloud AI services, like AWS's or Google Cloud's ML offerings. It's all about empowering you with actionable insights and practical skills to start protecting your AI systems today. Get ready to see AI security in action and learn how to apply these concepts in real-world scenarios. And that brings us to the end of our introductory session. I hope you are as excited about this journey into AI security as I am. This field is incredibly dynamic, full of challenges, but also immense opportunities. The best way to learn and grow is by being part of a community. So, if you enjoyed this session, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover. Your engagement helps us build this community together. I can't wait to continue this conversation with you in the next episode, where we'll start diving deeper into the foundational concepts of AI and ML. Let's learn and secure the future together. To properly defend AI, we first need to truly understand it. Our first set of deep dives will cover the foundational concepts of AI and machine learning in even greater detail. We'll explore the different types of learning algorithms like supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, giving you concrete examples of where each is applied in security contexts. We'll also unpack what data means in the AI world, training data, validation data, test data, and why their quality and security are paramount. Think of this as laying down the robust groundwork before we build the magnificent skyscraper of AI defense. We'll keep it beginner-friendly, ensuring no one is left behind. Next, we'll dedicate more time to the practical applications of AI in cybersecurity. We'll revisit and expand on how AI powers advanced threat detection, like how it's integrated into modern CM, security information and event management, and XDR, extended detection and response, platforms. We'll look at specific examples of AI-driven automation in security operations centers, SOCs, from automated triage to sophisticated response playbooks. This will give you a clear picture of how AI is transforming the daily grind of cybersecurity professionals, making them more effective and reducing burnout. It's about seeing theory come to life through real-world deployment patterns and success stories. Of course, we can't build strong defenses without truly understanding the offense. A significant portion of our journey will focus on the evolving AI threat landscape. We'll explore in detail how attackers weaponize AI for reconnaissance, exploit generation, and sophisticated social engineering tactics like deepfake fraud. We'll break down advanced adversarial machine learning techniques, showing you how models can be tricked or poisoned. Understanding these attack vectors is your first line of defense. By learning how the bad guys think and what tools they're wielding, you'll be better equipped to protect your own AI systems and the data they process. It's about getting into the mind of the AI-powered adversary. Finally, we'll tie everything together with practical strategies for securing AI systems themselves. We'll cover topics like data privacy and governance for training data, secure model deployment, continuous monitoring for model drift and adversarial attacks, and building a robust incident response plan specifically for AI-related incidents. We'll look at best practices for responsible AI development and deployment, ensuring ethical considerations are at the forefront. This module will equip you with the knowledge to design, implement, and maintain secure AI environments, turning theory into actionable defense strategies. You'll be ready to tackle the unique challenges of protecting intelligent systems. To wrap up our journey, we'll look ahead at the future of AI security. What are the emerging threats and cutting-edge defenses on the horizon? We'll discuss topics like explainable AI, XAI, and how it enhances transparency in security decisions, the role of quantum computing, and the ethical implications of deploying increasingly powerful AI systems. We'll emphasize the importance of responsible AI development, ensuring that our AI systems are fair, transparent, and aligned with human values, especially when making critical security decisions. This final overview will prepare you not just for today's challenges but for the exciting, complex future of AI in cybersecurity. Phew, that was quite the introduction, wasn't it? I hope you feel a little less intimidated and a lot more excited about AI security now. Remember, this isn't about memorizing complex algorithms, it's about understanding the core ideas and their massive impact on our digital world. We'll keep exploring this fascinating topic together, step by step. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content, and leave your questions in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Get ready to build your AI security expertise. I'll see you in the next episode as we dive deeper. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the CyberXplain channel. See you on the next video.